Welcome to my session and good evening, my dear learners. And now I'm going to start another new session and new month. And today is the second day of month of June, and uh, we are standing very close to celebrate 1 year uh, to to about our online English language club. And last year on July 6th, I started my journey. Okay. And very close to celebrate 1 year uh, fulfill on our online English language club. And dear students, you know that I have already given a topics. Why is the newspaper called storehouse of knowledge? And today we will discuss about it. And I hope that you have taken already good preparation and you will share your ideas, your views. Why is? You know that your syllabus included this topic, that's mean composition, paragraph, email, etc. But I hope that many students don't know and they are not interested to read the newspaper, but they learn it and only for passing their exam. But actually they don't read the newspaper. But why is the newspaper called storehouse of knowledge? And this is our topic. Okay, my dear learners, and who will describe uh, on the topic at first?
Sir, can I start?
Okay, you can start.
Okay. Hello everyone, I am Mohammed Tawhiddin Siddiq, student of grade 8 of Gopagawa Islamia Government High School. I'm 13 years old. Now I'm going to start my speech about today's topic. Today's topic was why is the newspaper called the storehouse of knowledge? We know newspaper is called the storehouse of knowledge because we can know many things from newspaper. We can find different types of news in a newspaper, our politics, sports, education, fashion, and so on. So newspaper is called the storehouse of knowledge. In a newspaper, newspaper is also a mirror of the world because in a newspaper we can know about the whole world situation. We can know about the situation of a foreign country as well as our country. If we if we read a newspaper daily, we we can we can know about the daily situation of the world. That's why it's called a mirror of the world. And sometimes now in the newspaper we also can find our educational things. I mean our educational learning things, and they help us to extend our knowledge because the the better the good teachers given their ideas in a newspaper. That's why we can get extra opportunity. And in a newspaper, we also can learn some other things which was unknown to you. I mean general knowledge. So we can increase our general knowledge by reading a newspaper. And newspaper uh, is also help us variously because who want to get who are finding the job, and if the newspaper they can find the news of job and they can um, and take in the they can take um, they can they can attend in the exams of the job, and they can find a good job. They can find a job which they want. So newspaper is also very important for them. And to get a good job, newspaper is also help us. And if we read a newspaper, I have told that we can extend our knowledge. But decided if we read an English newspaper, we can get extra opportunity because if we read a whole English newspaper daily, we can improve our reading skill, and we also can learn different types of new words. Though if we learn Bengali word, though we are the Bengali, but we don't know every word, I mean all words of the Bangla. So if we start to read a newspaper daily, if anyone start to read a newspaper daily, he or she can find new words after 2 or 3 days. And when I started to read a newspaper daily, though it was Bangla's, but I amazed because I didn't know some word which was unknown to me, Bangla. Then I have understood that it can help us also increase our vocabulary, not only English, but also our mother tongue Bangla. And beside it, we also can learn different types of many things, as I've told. But if we read but however, we can talk in Bangla, but English is very important for us. So if we read a English newspaper, we also can increase our English vocabulary. But because we are not the native speaker of English, and mostly we cannot, most of the students, we cannot speak very well and fluently and correctly in English and clearly. So if I start to read a newspaper, if I start to read a newspaper daily, he variously can develop himself. And I think for our personal development, I mean, especially increasing knowledge, newspaper helps a person variously. That's why I think newspaper is called the storehouse of knowledge. Thank you so much for hearing me cordially and patiently. That's all I have to say. Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, thank you very much, Tawhid, and you have nicely delivered your speech and very brilliantly, and you have described a lot of information. Why is the newspaper called storehouse of knowledge? Okay, and according to uh, this topic, and you have tried. Okay, thank you very much. And now, who will describe
Sir,
about
can
your
I?
topic? Okay, Mursalin Khan Pranto. Okay, you can start.
Dear friends, good evening. How are you? I hope everyone is well. I'm really privileged to deliver my speech before you. Truly speaking, I'm not a good speaker. Please pardon me for my shortcomings. Anyway, I will try to say something on my selected topic. Dear friends, I will talk about today why newspaper is called the storehouse of knowledge. Newspaper is storehouse of knowledge because it contains news of home and abroad. It brings the whole world before us. At present, every country has newspapers of its own. It is the best medium to satisfy man's curiosity about what is happening at home and abroad. Venice in Europe published newspaper for the past times. Various kind of newspapers are dailies, weekly, bi-weekly, fortnightly, monthly, and yearly. The daily newspaper contains the news of everyday and the news of everyday life that happens within 24 hours. Newspaper play an important role in the life of a nation. It is a mirror of daily affairs. People of all classes and tastes read it to know about the world. The government circulates state's policy, though it modern life can't be imagined without it. Sometimes newspapers create misunderstanding by publishing false and baseless news. Sometimes they create hatred and discontent among the people. Thus, they excite the public feelings and do much harm to the country. Newspaper, newspaper entertains the world with news and views. And newspaper has its educative value. It imparts knowledge and educates us. No civilized, no civilized nation can go without it, even for a single day. So it should be a neutral one for the betterment of the people and the country as whole. Everyone should from a habit to reading newspaper. That's it. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you very much, Mursalin Khan Pranto, and well done. And you have brilliantly present your deliberation, and you have tried to mention and you have tried to show where's the importance of newspaper? As a student, why you should read the newspaper? Okay, and newspaper contains a lot of information, and that helps you and to develop your knowledge, that helps you to develop your expand your knowledge. Okay, different thing. Okay, thank you very much. And now who is interested to deliver your speech? Norita?
Yes, sir. Can I?
Okay, you can start.
Hello, friends. And my honorable teacher. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Akhilta Basum Norita, but you can call me Norita. Okay, now I'm going to today's topic. That is why newspaper is called the storehouse of knowledge. We know we are living in global time, global village. So in this global village and made the world in global village, newspaper plays a great role. Newspaper is a paper contains various types of information and information from home and abroad. It contains to our doorsteps the happening, what is happening around us in our country and as well as in the other countries of the world. So it can we can be aware about our present world by reading a newspaper. Some people don't start their some people don't start their day's work without reading newspaper. So it is also very helpful for the students. It has educational value. We can read this if students you will read newspaper and make the habit of reading newspaper, then he will be able to know the current world and his current affairs. So his general knowledge will be increased. And it is the newspaper is called the mirror of the world, because if you live in Bangladesh or other countries, you can know the all news of other countries as well as your countries. So one should make the habit of reading newspaper, and newspaper is a storehouse of knowledge because we can know about sports news, about cultural news. Every news are available in a newspaper. So and also it creates morality among the peoples as well as patriotic feelings about the of the countrymen. So everybody should read newspaper, and for its huge value and for its huge importance, it is called the storehouse of knowledge. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Norita. And you have also brilliantly performed your deliberation, and that's your speech, and you have nicely presented and with a lot of information. And dear learners, and newspaper plays vital roles for developing your skills at the present time. And newspaper is called the fourth state of nation. It plays so much vital roles to build up a nation, to build up a student career, and a lot of things dependent, and that helps to increase your knowledge from only one newspaper. Okay, my dear learners, now who is interested to deliver your speech?
Sir, can I?
Okay, Mr. Pauline.
Okay, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so today my name is Pauline, and now I'm gonna share my general knowledge about why is the newspaper called the storehouse of knowledge. Okay, at first I will tell you that newspaper gives us the current news and the current time and the current business, and newspaper, I think, is a very important stuff in life. It provides us the current news in the worldwide, and you can also get many information from the newspaper, because the newspaper provides different chapters or centers, like a page on the business, a page on the economy, a page on the history. Like this, the newspaper has many sectors. So if you read there, you can get very much information from there, and it can help you to know about other things. And if you see, some people have the habit to read the newspaper because they like to read the newspaper, and they don't feel comfortable in the day without reading the newspaper in the morning. And in a newspaper, you can also get a news about the world, not only your country or your nation, the current world, what's it doing, and the international. There are also some international newspapers. Not only this, if you want to speak English good, then I think you can read the English newspapers, because English newspapers can help you to know English, and the hard words that you don't know, if you read those, and it can improve your English skills. Not and Sometimes the newspaper provides the news, some information about the people that have they are the great people of the world. Thank you. That's all.
Okay, thank you very much, Poland, and you have brilliantly done, and you have already presented your speech very nicely. Thank you very much. And now, who is interested?
Sir, can I?
Okay.
Honorable teacher and my dear friends, along with elder and younger brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Nur, and I'm in the 9th grade of Gafagostina Government High School. And truly speaking, I'm not a good speaker like you, but I'm really surprised and having a good time with you in this beautiful evening moment. So thank you, everyone, because I have heard your speeches and you have presented your views very wonderfully. And I hope you will ignore all my shortcomings. Now I'll try my best to share my personal views about why is newspaper called the storehouse of knowledge. So first, let me describe about a newspaper. So newspaper is a collection of news or information from home and abroad, and views also. If you read a local newspaper from your locality, perhaps your district, then you will find news about what happened recently, about the events that are about to take place, and information about your culture, history, and etc. But a newspaper which is distributed nationally, in our country, there are several kinds, such as the monthly, the weekly, and the daily. The daily newspapers are something that many people can't go or start their day without. So many people have a habit of reading newspapers. So in a newspaper, we find different topics divided. The first ones are the headlines. In the first page, you'll see the headlines of our country or the international headlines that are very important. And on the second page, the headlines are described elaborately. And thirdly, the entertainment, the business, sports, education, culture, and etc. topics are also described in the newspaper, which tells us that in a newspaper, because there are different pages dedicated to describe different topics, then you may find full information about those topics. Such as now, as we are at home, if you read newspapers and if you read the education columns, then we may find information about if our school is going to open, what are the situation of our education, and when our exams going to be held. So by reading newspaper, we can know that, and that helps us to maintain a good education serially. Suppose we are students, we are looking for our education, but those who are businessmen, those who want to start a business, or those who are looking for jobs, they also read newspapers. They look for the business topic. They read the business topic and see for job offers or what are the requirements to get on a job. So again, in this topic, we get information. And now other sisters or mothers, they like to read the entertainment page of newspaper, getting news about our cultures and the entertainment business that are going to happen soon. So there, you also get information. So if you see different topics, but all of them deliver informations, and in this 21st century, knowledge is power, and information runs everything. So if you see, reading a newspaper gives you information, and knowledge gives you quality. So it's a great habit to read a newspaper, and that says it all about why a newspaper is called the storehouse of knowledge. So thank you very much. So that's all I could say for now.
Okay, thank you very much, Shabab Noor. And you have nicely done, and you have mentioned with a lot of information your presentation. Dear learners, and you have already presented your speech. Why is the newspaper called storehouse of knowledge? Okay, and the newspaper helps variously. For a businessman helps to publish a business newspaper. For students, in this world published education news. Okay, and if you want to increase your knowledge, you can read also, that's mean editorial and opinions. Okay, and a job seeker, especially job seeker, those who have completed their education, a job seeker must read the newspaper because to enrich for general knowledge and to collect information about job. Okay, variously helps. And in a word, newspaper, present time, without newspaper, you cannot enrich your knowledge. Okay, and now I have seen who is Asadullah. Turn on your camera.
Sir.
Okay. How are you, Asadullah?
I am fine, and you?
Please raise your volume.
I am fine, sir, and you?
Okay. And have you met your teacher, Ashraful Islam?
Yes, sir.
And you told him about your name?
Yes, sir.
And
I told him about your name.
Okay, and did he know me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you. But are you ready to deliver your speech about why is that newspaper called storehouse of knowledge?
Can I say to 5 minutes after 5 minutes?
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, and my dear learners, now I'm going to share the screen. That means I have shown you some newspaper topic. Okay, and I have included some newspaper in my laptop. Okay, now I'm going to share my screen. Hello, dear learners, have you seen my screen?
No,
Hello?
sir, I haven't.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, have you seen?
Yes, sir. Now we
Yes,
can
sir.
see.
Okay, and
Yes,
I'm going to show before you some about the newspaper. Okay, and you can see Pratham Alu, Shamokal, Jugantar, Bangla BD News 24.com, Daily Star. Okay, firstly, I will open English newspaper. Understand? Okay, and today's English newspaper. Have you seen? Sharp rise in COVID-19 cases in border district. That's when if you read English newspaper and it helps you to develop your English skills. And because if you want to know vocabulary, that helps variously. Okay, if you keep it every day, if you read that topic, and that helps you to enhance your vocabulary, and otherwise it's not possible for you. Okay, have you seen? And you have seen newspaper business opinions. That's mean opinion means it's a part of some topics. Good writer, they write on their topics. Okay, opinion. And sports, that's mean lifestyle, toggle, showbiz, different types of different types of news and news were published on. Okay. Then I will show about international newspaper. Okay. International newspaper means World New York Times. This newspaper also published from New York. Okay. Have you seen New York Times?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's an international level newspaper. This newspaper also published from United States. Okay, you can see international level news. There's been a race for mayor New York Titans before crucial person debate. Okay, you can see the headlines of about the United States. Okay, its name is New York Times. Hello, my dear learners. Have you seen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. And next, I will show another international news. That's been The Economist. Understand? The Economist is also the famous newspaper that's also published from New York, from United States. That kind of newspaper also help you variously to develop your skill. Okay, have you seen Twilight the Tax Haven? That's been some news also published this kind of newspaper that helps you to develop your skill and that helps you develop your reading skill and your speaking skill. And it also international level news. And previously I have seen our newspaper published from Bangladesh Daily newspaper, Daily Star. It's also famous newspaper from Bangladesh. Have you seen The Economist? The name Economist,
Yes,
okay?
sir.
Okay, thank
Yes,
you very
sir.
much.
Yes, sir.
And I have shown another newspaper. Its name is Washington Times, okay? It is also published from New York, okay? Washington Times. Because this newspaper has also a value in international level, okay? You have seen the headlines of this newspaper. Understand, my dear learners? Okay, now podcast. Podcast, we have seen words about podcast means to develop your reading and writing.
Sir, why are the newspapers are famous?
Okay, and because these newspaper included a lot of information and only international level writers, they write on this newspaper, they write their column, their writings published on this newspaper. There's been New York Times and Washington Times, okay, and The Economist. It has so much international value, okay. My dear learners, have you seen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And now I am going to show sports news from Washington Times. Okay, my dear learners, now I am going to show a newspaper about Bangla. That's when I have already put in here Doinik Ittefaq, Kaler Kontho. But now Tech Shohor. Tech Shohor means it's related about technology. It's also published from Bangladesh and it's about related only technology. You can see the all kinds of technology news from Tech Shohor. Okay, you can see. Understand? Have you seen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
These news were published on only technology related news. Yeah. My dear learners.
Yes,
Have you
sir.
seen?
Yes, sir.
We can
Okay.
Yes,
see.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. And I have shown before you about, now I'm going to show Bangla news, Prasomalo. Okay, newspaper helps you variously, and if you have habit of reading newspaper, that helps you to develop your skill. That's mean how to write a report. If you read newspaper daily, that helps you very much. Okay, my dear learners, and that helps you very much. And time is short. Okay, and we will discuss again. That's been after 1 minute we'll reconnect again, and I am waiting two listeners. That's been Ashadullah and another student Majidul Islam Iraz. They have already joined with us, and you can take preparation. You will try to describe today's topic. Why is the newspaper called storehouse of knowledge? Okay, and as much as possible, what you know, you will try to describe. And I have already shown some our country newspaper and international level English newspaper. But if you habit of reading Bengali and English reading newspaper, that's in newspaper, but both helps you